everyone, this is the LEGO Spider-Man Far From Home Hydra Man Attack. This set has 471 pieces. It retailed in the US back in 2019 for 40 bucks and is for ages 7 and up. And it has 4 minifigures shown below at the bottom. And the front box art I think is pretty sweet. And then getting on to the back box art, it's pretty sweet as well. Now this is actually similar to the Homecoming box arts with the comic strips Lego and showing the scenes and the action features of the set at the bottom. And it shows more of the set up top and some of the action features there as well. And yeah, let's open this thing up. Alright guys, the box is now open. Let's dump it all out. And I'm going to organize all these bags in the instruction manual for you guys. Alright guys, here's the set complete. And here are your extra pieces. Nothing too special there. And up here are your web pieces. You get 2 web pieces and also the web handcuffs extra. And also Peter Parker's hairpiece, which can be swapped out for his half mask there. And we're going to get into the figures actually right now. And our first figure up here is Peter Parker. I love the web pieces they use for him. This piece is actually pretty cool. It's not quite as built up as the one they do in the Molten Man set, but it's still effective. And this piece here is the same one they use in the Molten Man set. It's just something you can like hook on to something and have him swinging around, which is pretty cool. But I'm going to remove these so you guys can see his print a little bit better. Now here in 2021, we have seen that face print used again. We also see it used for Scott Lang. His legs are just very bland and blue with that navy blue. But his torso print, as far as I know, is still exclusive to this set. So that is pretty cool to get. The back print is a little lackluster, but the front print is amazing. And he does have a dual-sided face, so you can see the other side there, which is pretty cool. The hairpiece is pretty effective, and it looks pretty good. But I think the new mask piece that they use here, which was introduced back in 2019 when this set came out, we've seen it again also. But it looks really effective with this set, and it looks pretty cool, and I think that is pretty much it for this figure. So let's get on to our next one. And here's our next figure. It's MJ, nothing too special. Black legs, very bland torso print there, nothing too special. Very bland back torso print. She does have a dual-sided head there, and she has a pretty okay hairpiece. It doesn't fit her the greatest, I feel. There's not really much to say about this figure. Nothing really exclusive or anything special. But I'm glad it was included, so nonetheless, it's okay. Our next figure is Mysterio. It's the same one you see in the other 2 Far From Home sets that released along with it, not the minifigure pack. My biggest problem with this one, same with the other 2, is the blasts. They shouldn't be translucent blue, they should be translucent green, but everything else about the figure is very awesome. The torso print is fantastic, the leg print is fantastic, it carries to the hips as well. You see the back print there. Very awesome as well. Even though they have a cape there to cover it up, they still added a lot of detail to the back, which is awesome. And with that cape, it is the softer style. And you got this fishbowl piece. You can take that off, and you'll see a silver metallic, I guess, head under there. And it looks really good. Again, the other we see in the other 2 Far From Home sets that are released along with this. This is the second cheapest way to get them at a $40 price point. The other one with $30 with the Molten Man, and the other one at $70 with the Stark Jet. And I think it's an awesome figure, and definitely one you're going to enjoy. Our next figure up here is Hydra Man, and that's actually going to start us off with our build. We'll take a look at the actual figure first. No leg print, but as you saw, you didn't even see them on this thing, so it does not bother me. But awesome, awesome torso print, an awesome head print. It looks really, really good. It is exclusive to the set, still to this day, so that is really awesome. But he looks absolutely menacing and just really cool up here on his water, I guess, like tower or structure type thing. And this thing is pretty awesome. Every detail you see on this thing is actually a sticker. I think every single one of them is like the same as well, but it really looks nice. It is so, so cool. It was a really fun build and interesting to build it, and I really enjoyed the build process. And what you see is what you get. Nothing too special, but for what it is awesome. And just to get this out of the way, you get this little like boat or whatever. Nothing too special there, but you can get your MJ figure. Sit her down, sit her just like that, and she can just be paddling away very simply, very effective for how small it is, but I'm glad they included that as well. And now here is the structure, and it looks pretty awesome. I don't exactly know where to start with. I guess we'll start with the bridge. Starting here, you got this little platform that you can place some figures, and I don't know exactly what this is supposed to represent, but I'm sure you guys in the comments might help me out. Then here is a little stairway up here, and you can just walk some figures across. So on and so on. You got some nice detail here on the side with some spider webs. Inside these like open studs here that are nice, and you can actually spin them around as I just figured out. And you got some water detailing down here. Coming over to the side of this bridge, you will actually see this. Not the greatest lighting, I suppose, but there's a rat, pizza, and a gem in there. There we go, that's some alright lighting. It actually is pretty cool and a nice detail. Problem is he's on water, so it doesn't make too much sense. But, you know, it's a little, I guess, Easter egg or something you can find. You got this little, like, I don't know, archway up here with all of these white pillars, which is pretty cool and looks pretty effective. Now getting onto a play feature here, you can actually just put like a figure there or whatever. And in the back here, you will see this little lever, or I guess a tug thing or whatever you want to call it. I don't know exactly what to call it, but you just slam that and the figure goes flying and this pops out. And that is actually a really cool play feature. And now on the right here, you will see a little lamppost type thing. You'll see a bunch of room to place your figures. On here, you will see a newspaper. I'll flip this around so you can get a better look at that and what that says. If you guys want to pause the video, you can read that. It's in Spanish too, so you might have to translate it. You see a slice of pizza, you see a coffee mug, you see a little chain here to represent like a railing or something so the characters wouldn't fall over. However, there's this little thing here that you can flick. You can flick, and it doesn't, you gotta like play with it. Eventually you can kind of get it like that, but you can flick it up and knock a figure off, which I'll show you what that looks like. And just for the purpose, I'm gonna have Mysterio sit here, so you would just flick it, and essentially you could fly off. You might have to loosen him a little bit. It's just it's the same seat as that with two studs there. But essentially the figure is supposed to fly off. It doesn't work the greatest, but it's another play feature if you can get it to work. That's pretty nice. And getting onto the structure here, these two pieces are the exact same with a sticker. And then you got some like leafy green stuff here. You got a web here that Spider-Man may sling. And this tower, it might represent the bell that he slammed his head on. I don't think so. It might just be a random tower, but it could be. Then you got a nice point at the top here. And then you can flip it to the side over here, and you got a cappuccino machine that you can like brew coffee or something like that. I don't know exactly how all that works, but you got a nice little walkway here for your characters. And flipping it back to that other side, you can actually see the nice walkway that they have here with these white pieces here that looks actually really cool and effective. I also want to take a look at finally here, this little piece here that maybe like represent a sewer or something, and that's a really cool added touch. So overall, guys, I think this is an awesome set. Not just a Far From Home or MCU Spider-Man set. This is one of the better Spider-Man sets I think they have actually ever made. It is a fantastic set. Now, personally for me, I keep going back and forth on this if I like this one or the Molten Man set more. I know every single one of you likes this set more, but there's something about the Molten Man thing that's just so charming to me, and I really like that set. I think overall, though, I will give this set a 9.5 to 10. Well, the first thing that I gotta think of here is that mask isn't completely accurate to the scene. It was actually like a costume mask type thing that he was wearing, and then not having the green blast there is disappointing. And then MJ, nothing really special or new for her. So you know what? Yeah, I'll give it a 9.5, the same grade I gave the Molten Man set. And if you guys haven't checked that out, make sure you guys go check that video out and the two Homecoming sets that I have. And then I'm going to do a review of every single or a comparison of every single Far From Home and Homecoming set, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Up here's a playlist, down here's a playlist of videos you might not have seen yet. Here's my channel. If you guys wouldn't mind subscribing, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.